Yo, what's up guys, it's Bubba here. In this video I have a clan tier list for you guys as it was highly requested and I haven't seen anyone doing them. So before we get into the video, I just want to say everything in this video is my opinion. If you disagree with anything, let me know down below and I'll try to give my reasoning why it's placed there if I don't explain it here already. Alright, before we get into this as well, I have to say, Nezuko will represent Tomino and Tanjiro will represent Tomioka because I cannot find any other tier list and I'm too lazy to make one of my own. So yeah, now let's get right into the video. So we'll start off with the legendary clans. I'm going to put them in D tier just as a placement order because this is mainly for mythics and higher. These two are D tier. All the new ones I would put in C tier just as they're genuinely better. Alright, now let's get into Tomioka. For now I'm going to put it here. The other legendary clans would go right behind it. It just doesn't do as good as all these other clans here. If it might have B to itself if I put everything else in A tier, but for now it's top of C. Alright, Soyama. It depends. If you're a demon and using Shockwave, then I would say it's great. Even if you're not using Shockwave, it's still great, but it's very situational considering you have to be low. For me, I have 1600 HP, so I barely even get to use it when I was using it. So, for me, it's bottom of A tier, and that's where I would leave it. The stats are good. The Akaza mastery getting 50% more is good, but it's just, it kind of pales in comparison to everything else here. Alright, Totito's gonna go right above it in my opinion, because it's the only mythic that has +3 sword, and its move is pretty good for dungeons and PvE content. I've seen some good plays with it in PvP, but it's mainly shines in PvE, just like Mist Breathing itself. If you're doing Mist Breathing, I highly recommend this clan. And even if you just did it, I would be tempted to just keep it because all that you need as a Slayer is +3 sword, and this clan gives it to you. So, I would just keep it if you roll it. Now, this will represent Tomino. It's gonna go in S tier. For demons, if you're a Slayer, I would say that it's very high A tier, not S tier, just because the simple fact that it's mainly just a demon plan for now until they add sunbathing and maybe other buffs in the future. It has the best stats in the game. It has faster breathing bar regeneration, a bunch of stamina, but most of it is for demons. So if you're a Slayer, I think one of the other three here would be better for you. Alright, now Adatsuma I'm going to put top of A tier because dodge speed is a very good skill to have, but it's not very useful in the long term of things. It's mainly just for transportation and getting around the map faster. Its stats are good, but nothing crazy, and it's just all around kind of lackluster right now for a Supreme Clan. Rengoku is going to go below Tomino, but above it if you're a Slayer, but I think this placement is good because it is very good if you're a flame breather, and it's in immortality to Indomitable Will is very nice for PvP and even sometimes PvE. Never mind, not for PvE. But other than that, it's just a baseline Supreme, very good with some good perks. Now Hashabira, I would say that this is the best clan in the game right now, even though it's only the mythic. I don't know what they were thinking when they were making this, but it's way too broken for a mythic. It only does +2 sword, and that's the only lackluster thing that I think, in my opinion. If you're a demon, I would recommend going this. If you're a Slayer, I'd recommend going for this. The amount of perks that it has and the stats are really good, and the 15% damage bonus, because I have this clan, I've noticed really helps me a lot in surviving. Plus my HP, it basically makes me unkillable. And then once when I'm stuck in an infinite combo, I can use the iframes to escape a combo maybe quicker than when my dash resets to get out of the combo for free. So, I would say the changes that I'm going to make is Tomioka to B tier, because I feel like the new legendaries are going to be right here. And yeah, that's basically my tier list. I would say for sure if you have any of these, don't respin. If you have Soyama and you plan to go Akaza, I would say just to keep it. If you're Mist and use Tokito, I would just say keep it. Adatsuma, I would keep it in your saved clan for later on because they would probably buff it. Tomioka, I would just re-roll unless if you are very low on spends. That's it for this video. If you guys enjoyed, don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll have more content like this very soon. If you guys have any suggestions, let me know down below.